Well, that's it. The end of an era. Or the end of a play, at any rate. Last night was the final performance of the summer and springtime, and, well, I couldn't be happier with how it went. It's been the talk of the town. Granted, a lot of that talk has been from me, but I think everyone's been on board. Just goes to show what you can achieve when you take a risk and try something new. You know, somebody actually told me that it was the best play they'd ever seen. Or it might have been the only play they'd ever seen. Either way, it's high praise. I have to say that while everyone was very good, the scenes between me and India were absolutely electric, and we were both acting our socks off. She really has been quite a coup for the players. It's hard to imagine the play would have been nearly so successful without her. I mean, it still would have been successful, you know, there's no doubt about that. It's that good, but she's definitely taken it to another level. And it's not often you can say that about someone. Not often at all. I'm actually nursing a bit of a hangover this morning. We had a bit of a shindig last night to celebrate the end of the run. The players definitely know how to party. And credit where credit's due, I have to say that Paula did a great job of organising it. Even though she did fail to order any food and only provided alcohol. So much alcohol. Even Chris looked like he was having a good time, which was quite something. I don't think I've ever seen him look so happy. I made sure I bought him a drink to say thank you for his hard work. Or I would have done, if there hadn't been a tap behind the bar. It's probably more accurate to say that I got him a drink, which was still effort, so I think the sentiment was there. He said thank you, so I assume he appreciated it. For some reason, Susan and Charles decided to perform a karaoke number, which quite frankly I think we could have all done without. They did a rendition of Something Stupid, which I think pretty much summed up how everyone felt about it. They clearly spent some time rehearsing it. That was the worst thing. It was easily the longest 2 minutes and 37 seconds of my life. It's a tradition at the end of Players productions for the cast to present the director with a gift at the party, so I've got a rather splendid photo book of pictures from the first performance and the rehearsals, and a lovely framed photo of the cast. Susan's at the front, obviously. Unfortunately, I left it at the village hall after the party, so I'm going to have to pop in later to see if they still have it. I don't think anyone would have taken it. I can't imagine it has much resale value. But it was a lovely gesture, and it's definitely something that I'll treasure forever, you know, just as soon as I get it back from the village hall. Anyway, I think I can safely say that there can be no doubt that this was the play's most successful production ever, something that I will definitely be raising at the next committee meeting. I'm looking forward to seeing that recorded in the minutes. I do think that it's important for history that this moment is recorded and recognised so that it's never forgotten. Some people might say that it didn't sell as many tickets as other productions, but in terms of artistic achievement, which is really the only important measure of success, it's head and shoulders above anything else that the players have done. I'm not quite finished yet though, still got a bit of admin to do. I'm writing my post-production report for the committee. These aren't strictly necessary. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person who ever bothers to write them, but as this was the play's first original production, I want to make sure that it gets recorded. And the other thing is that I've kept detailed notes from all the rehearsals, which I think will be an incredibly useful resource for future directors to learn from. The report's mainly positive, although I have reserved some criticism for a couple of people who will remain nameless, but who could have been more supportive and helpful. I'll be honest, I'm talking about Chris. India's just sent an email to the committee, thanking us for welcoming her into the players, but letting us know that her old agent's been in touch about some new opportunities, so she's planning to leave the village and move back to London to resume her acting career. That's a bit of a shock. I didn't see that one coming. Obviously, I need to try to persuade her to stay. I mean, she's been a breath of fresh air for the players, and quite possibly the finest actor that we've ever had. And I'm including myself in that. I know we've only known her for 3 months, but it feels like a lot longer. I suppose you don't really realise how much you're relying on someone until they're gone. And you know, I'm not anti-London. Far from it. I've been there several times. And it's only 90 minutes on the train. I mean, they're only every hour, but still. It's great for a visit. All I'll say, though, is that everyone that I know who actually lives there wants to move. Yeah, both of them want to move. I guess I just don't see what London can offer that Dingbury can't. Apart from an acting career, obviously. I've just finished speaking to all the other committee members to see if I can get them to help me to persuade Indy to stay, and yeah, they didn't need any convincing. Turns out that everybody likes her. Even Susan grudgingly, which is impressive. Everyone's agreed to email her, telling her how much they wanted to stay. I'm going to meet her for a coffee, so I'll be able to tell her in person, and well, we'll see if any of that makes a difference. I really hope it does. I've just been looking at the messages to India from the other committee members. They're personal, so I won't read them out, but there's some really heartfelt stuff in there. Personally, I just told her how much she means to everyone and what a great impression she's made on us all in such a short space of time. And I think she understood. I hope so. She said she'd think about it, so I'm taking that as a good sign. After all, the Dingbury Players are like a family, and they're the best family I've ever had, so just have to hope that she feels the same way. And she may well still decide to leave. You know, that's fine. At the end of the day, she has to do what's best for her, and maybe that's going back to London, but I really hope it's not. And even if it is, at least she'll know how much she means to everyone and how valued she is here. You know, I don't want her to go away thinking that we didn't care, because we do. A lot. You know, ultimately, life is full of missed opportunities, and I guess I just don't want this to be one of them. Now, I suppose, it's time to start looking to the future. I've already started writing my next play, the difficult second play, as it were. I've definitely set a high bar for myself, but I'm sure it's going to be just as successful as the summer and springtime. I can't reveal too many details about it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to blow everyone's socks off. I'm also planning to audition for the lead role in the play's next production, which is Death of a Salesman. My granddad worked in sales, and he's dead, so I think I can bring a lot of personal experience to the role. I am going to miss the summer and springtime, though. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that these last few months have been the best of my life. And I know it's not always going to be as good as this, and that life has its ups and downs, but sometimes I do have to stop and think about how lucky I am. Because, you know, at the end of the day, not many people get to do what they love. And I do. Every Thursday evening from 7 till 10. That's quite something when you think about it. And you can't take that for granted. Oh, it's India. I better take this.